Hi, I'm Christina and this is a book review of Flamingo by Rachel Elliott. So this is a contemporary novel and it was published this year in 2022. It's this author's third novel and it's my first book by this author. So I'd never heard of the book or the author. I was just browsing in my local library and I was immediately drawn to this beautiful cover and I knew I had to take it home with me. And then a couple of days after finishing reading it, it was longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction 2022 and I was really excited to see it on there because I really enjoyed this book. So the first perspective we hear from is Daniel. He's a 40-year-old man living in Somerset and the date is May 2018. So for all intents and purposes, he is currently homeless. He and his girlfriend split up and when that happened he called a local charity shop and donated all of their belongings, and then he left his home, posted the keys through the letterbox, and all that he left with was the clothes on his back and a small ceramic sheep. And then the second perspective we hear from is Ray. She is a 42-year-old woman. She is single and she has no children, and a lot of people would consider her to be quite unusual and odd, and she also doesn't get on with her family very much. And then a new job offer appears. So both of these characters are definitely at a crossroads in their life, and you could definitely say that they both have some mental health problems when we first meet them. And then we jump back in time to 1984 when both of these characters are children and they're living next door to each other, so they're neighbours. So when they're children, Daniel lives with his mother Eve and Ray lives with her mother Sherry, her father Leslie and her younger sister Pauline. Now these two families are very good friends and they spend a lot of time together, so much so that the lines between all of these relationships start to blur and ultimately they become quite inseparable as families and as people. And I have to say, even from the halfway mark, I was really enjoying this book and I thought I'd found quite a hidden gem. It was absolutely excellent. It's written so well. I think it's written so beautifully, so much so that I was sometimes just admiring the writing in and of itself. So I would highly recommend this one. It is a definite 5-star read for me and it's now definitely one of my favourite books of 2022, and it is in fact one of my favourite books of all time. It is very special. It's definitely left a lasting impression on me and I think it is excellent. This story is about friendship, family, found family. It's about love and kindness and hope, and it was truly a joy to read. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. I would say that it is very reminiscent of Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine, and I absolutely adored that book. It was one of my favourite books of all time. So I am really pleased to see that it's been longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I've only read one book on the long list so far, but I have to say I think this book is a worthy winner. I think it was absolutely wonderful. It made me cry at one point. I thought it was a very moving story at times. I felt very connected to these characters and it felt very true to life. They felt like genuinely real people. So yeah, I thought it was brilliant and I can't say much more than that really. So I am very much looking forward to seeing what she writes next. I know she's written 2 other novels, so let's see what they are called. So we have Whispers Through a Megaphone and Do Not Feed the Bear. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be reading her backlist too because, like I say, it's now one of my favourite books of all time. So I just want to read basically everything that she's written. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts on this book down in the comments below. And if you've read either of her earlier books, I'd love to hear your thoughts on those too. So please like the video if you've liked it, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of me talking about books. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.